Welcome to Dear Stress, You Are Not in Control. I am Ashley Bailey and I am one of the counselors from North Carolina Central University's Counseling Center. And today I'm going to spend a few minutes with you to discuss stress, what it is, what it looks like for college students, and how to manage stress effectively. So, what is stress? Stress is actually a part of our daily lives. Whenever our bodies respond to any type of external or internal demand, that's when we experience stress. And while stress often carries a negative connotation or meaning, it's not always a bad thing. In some instances, it actually increases our ability to survive, stay focused, as well as be motivated. The body automatically relaxes after you have handled a stressful situation. It is when it remains in a heightened adaptive state that our bodies can actually experience some adverse and negative effects of stress, which can manifest into physical, mental, emotional, and cognitive symptoms. This is why it is very important to realize when your body is telling you that your life may be a little bit stressful right now. Being a college student has been recognized as one of the most stressful times in anyone's life. Research shows that stress is among the top 3 mental health concerns that college students experience, and 45% of college students say that they experience more than average stress. And with everything that's going on right now in today's climate, I can bet that that percentage is actually a little bit higher. The college experience can be extremely challenging even under the best of circumstances, and when you add additional challenges and difficulties on top of that, it can make things feel like stress is really at an all-time high right now. So, on top of just what's going on in the world right now, there are a lot of different causes of stress that you might be experiencing as a college student. This list could go on, but these are some of the most common issues that college students report experiencing. What on this list can you identify with? It is important to pay attention to how your body responds to stressful situations. When we are stressed or experiencing any type of difficulty, our bodies respond in very specific but yet unique ways, and we all respond to stress differently and experience our own personal signs and reactions to those stressful situations. So let's take a look at these categories and these signs and symptoms and see what you think you kind of experience or identify with as far as your symptoms of stress. Emotional symptoms can be anything from feeling agitated or irritable, maybe having difficulty to relate to other people. You might feel like your self-esteem is a little bit lower than it normally is. You could also be experiencing loneliness, and maybe even some depression. Physical symptoms can include headaches, muscle aches and pains, jaw clenching, chest pain, rapid heartbeat, stomach aches, nausea, shakiness, sweaty hands. That list could certainly go on. While behavioral signs of stress can tend to be more unique to the person, some of the more common symptoms include being absent or withdrawn, showing up late for class or meetings, being exhausted, eating unhealthy, or even engaging in risky behavior. And cognitive symptoms may include having trouble focusing or remembering things, being easily confused, having an internal dialogue of negative self-talk, losing your sense of humor, or experience with trouble sleeping or waking up. Stress management is the practice of coping with the stressful events and situations that our lives present. As a college student, you are subject to many different demands in your daily life. Each one of us has a unique way of perceiving the demands that we face, and the way that we deal with those experiences is also very different. Being able to avoid stressful situations as well as effectively cope with those situations we cannot avoid is the actual definition of staying in control of stress. From just some of the general tips listed here, what are you currently practicing, and what do you feel like from this list would be helpful that you might not already be incorporating into your life? The previous list gave some general and basic tips that we can do to try to reduce our stress levels, but what are some more specific practices that you're engaging in to help reduce stress? Having an outlet is so important to stress management. You need a break most when you believe you don't have time to take a break. Have you ever tried journaling, meditating, or aromatherapy? Find a new hobby or activity that gives you an outlet from the tension of everyday life. We have to take care of our bodies. Get enough sleep, eat well, drink plenty of water, and exercise. Stress reduces performance, but lack of sleep also reduces performance as well. So when you're stressed, I know that moving around may seem like the last thing that you feel like doing, but as little as 20 minutes a day of physical activity can reduce stress levels. Walking, stretching, and yoga are some simple forms of activity that can help to get us going and are not too hard on our bodies, and can also help us clear our minds and reset our brains. Some of the stress that you experience in college can certainly be reduced through time management. Don't wait to start tackling that to-do list. Procrastination will only perpetuate feelings of helplessness, which is going to lead to you feeling more stressed and out of control. So develop balance in your schedule. Psychological research shows that repeated exposure to your course materials over several sessions is better than what is known as mass cramming. You are more likely to understand and retain material that you've covered several times over a period of days or weeks, rather than material that's crammed over a 1 to 2 day period or short time frame. Now let's take a look at a quick video that'll explain more things that you can try to do to incorporate into your life to reduce stress.
So you so you want me to, you're telling me about a paper that you want me to write and have it due by this Friday. When I have another class that's already asked me to do the same thing. What up, y'all? Lady Cole here to go help you. College is stressful, alright now, but just school in general is stressful. So no matter what grade you in, if you in school, and school is stressing you out, this video, yes, I said stressing you out, this video is for you. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you 20, or is it 20? 20, oh god, that looks like the word so. You know what I mean. 20 different ways to defeat the stresses that college brings onto your soul. But before we get started with this video, I need you to give it a huge thumbs up. Some of the things in school that may be stressing you out: exams, midterms, dumb teachers, professors that don't know how to teach, self-esteem, tuition, relationship, tuition, loans, money that you don't have, loans. Now, quick lesson. Stress is, what is stress? Let's Google it. Google? I don't have a Google thing. Pressure or tension exerted on a material object. In a nutshell, stress is your body's like natural fight or flight, protection mechanism that people used to use back in the olden days when animals could attack you because we didn't have buildings to live in. Right? Basically, stress is there to protect you, when your body feels a huge amount of pressure, tension put onto it. So when a challenge is faced and the high demand needed from you is here, then your body is reacting to that. So how in college can you combat this? Because you can't avoid stress. You can't eliminate it completely because it's gonna happen. I mean, it's natural. But too much of it, like too much of anything, is never good for you. So 20 ways. The first thing is to work out. 100. Working out is a great way to eliminate stress because you're moving your body, you're getting active, and your body likes to move. It doesn't want to just be standing still. The second thing is to meditate, to sit there and to just focus on nothing but your breathing. The third thing that you can do is eat healthy, or at least try to. Baby steps. Okay, I'm not saying you have to go out and eat kale salad every day, but don't eat pizza every day. Just try to act like you care about your body. The fourth thing that you can do is stretch. All right, now 1 and 2 and 3 and stretch and 4 and 5 and stretch and stretch, and then we bring it back and hold your nose so you don't fall. The fifth thing is to avoid coffee late in the day. What? It's only 5 o'clock. I'm not a coffee drinker at all. I think it's disgusting. I'm more of not even a tea person. I like natural stuff. I mean, tea is cool too, but it's really hard to make tea if you live in a dorm. But it's easy to go to that Starbucks, that you got on campus. So the sixth thing that you can do is journal. Write down your thoughts, your fears, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations in life.
What is your aspiration in life?
Bruh. Whenever you find yourself stressed, write down when you found yourself stressed and what it was that stressed you out.
He loves me. He loves you not.
Alright, the seventh thing, I'm not going to be able to keep up with these numbers. Alright, make a to-do list. What I want to do today, be better than you. Keep this list as simple as possible. The more you try to put on your to-do list to get done in one day, the more stressed you're going to be. Keep it simple, be realistic, okay, and then do it. You can volunteer. Take a day where you don't have that many classes, or a weekend, get up in the morning. What are you doing? Feeding the hungry. I'm hungry. Walk around on campus, and if you're too much of a lazy lord, you can just sit on a bench. Get in nature. Get in nature. Get in touch with nature and just sit and breathe in that good air.
It's so nice out here.
Clean your room. Like, find a day. Maybe your roommate doesn't have to be in there. I mean, unless you really don't like them and you want to soak their nose with chemicals. I would, just take the day to clean the room.
Right? Let's
Eliminate the toxic people and the potential toxic situations that you just, don't want to find yourself in. So yeah, I don't think I can do this friendship anymore. I mean, it just seems like ever since we came back from break, you've just been really fake. Stop hanging around people who do not have your best interests at heart. Practice deep breathing. Right, deep breath in. There we go. Yes. And release. Oh, thank God. This ties into meditation. Taking the time to just sit, be still, and breathe. Drink a lot of water. Not only will it give you clear skin, not only will it make your hair grow, make those edges flourish, you will feel better because it's better than drinking soda and juice and all that other junk. Water makes you feel good. Oh. Listen to music. Get your dances. Preferably music that motivates you, it relaxes you, pushes you to do good, makes you feel that feel good music. Know your later assignments now. We're adults. You're an adult now. You don't have to have somebody telling you what to do, even if it's not something that you have to do, okay? So if you have an assignment that's due November 21st, say before Thanksgiving break, I don't care. We can finish this assignment in one day, okay? I don't care how good your procrastination skills are, okay? Set your own due dates along the way. Okay, by September 12th, I want to have this part done. And then by the end of September, I want to make sure I have this done. And then by October, I want to have this done. Like, set your due dates, in increments, so that by the time November 21st gets here, Professor, I'm done. Don't stop you find fun! Whatever your fun is, do it. That was fun. Find someone to confide in, someone that you can share your feelings with. I really need to talk to you. Just hear me out. Alright, on top of talking with other people, talk to yourself, like literally, you, like legit, like talk to yourself. Like, be honest with yourself. Have conversations with yourself. You're not crazy. Like, I have full-blown conversations with myself. So, I know. Practice mindfulness. And mindfulness ties into, again, the meditation, the stretching, all of that. Mindfulness. My hand. And where I'm touching. I feel every move that I'm touching my hand in. My hand is what I'm touching. Last but not least, answer, why am I in school? Like, why am I in college? That's why. Or, I don't have a clue. I've been meaning to ask myself this question, but now that you say it, I'm gonna think about it. And you figure it out. School is gonna be stressful, okay? Like, you can't avoid it. It's a part of life. But it's about how you react to it and the different things that you can do to minimize it. When you graduate, trying to find a job after school is gonna be stressful. Once you get that job is gonna stress you out. You're trying to look for a boyfriend, girlfriend, trying to find a husband or wife, that's gonna be stressful. Then that spouse is gonna stress you out. And then you're gonna have kids, and those kids are gonna stress you out. And life is just a big stress ball that you can just comment below the.
That video mentions something very important, which is stress is not always avoidable, but how we react to the stressful events and situations that we experience is key. Stress is not always just based on situations. It can also result from our thoughts about the very situation that we are experiencing. The thoughts that we give ourselves have a direct effect on our feelings. Our feelings are usually a result of how we perceive ourselves, others, and the events in our lives. For example, our anger at a messy roommate most likely comes from thoughts such as, he or she is lazy, they should have more consideration for me, they deliberately live like this to make me mad. Realistically speaking, it is not the roommate that is making you angry. Instead, it is how we choose to tell ourselves about the roommate's behavior, or what we choose to tell ourselves about the roommate's behavior. We have the choice of thinking thoughts that do not produce anger, such as, she and I are just different and we don't clean up in the same way, but that's okay. She does have a fun sense of humor, even though he or she can be messy. Calm feelings will begin to replace upsetting feelings when we begin to shift the way that we look at situations. Managing stress in your life is about finding what works for you. Stress is inevitable, but you can choose how you are going to react to the situation in a way that will serve you in a positive manner. One method that can help you in stressful situations is called the stop, breathe, reflect technique. It only takes about 2 minutes. You can do it from anywhere, and it can help reduce negative and harmful reactions to stress. Try using these steps in a stressful situation. Stop. Just for a few seconds, stop what you are doing and the continuous flow of negative thoughts about the situation that is stressing you out. Breathe. Take in a deep breath, feeling your abdomen rise and fall, releasing any tension in your body as you exhale. Reflect. Consider what is really going on. Is the situation a crisis? If so, will worrying and becoming tense help to solve it? Will this situation matter to you in 2 weeks, 6 weeks? What action will really serve you in this particular situation? Is there anything productive that you can do to make the situation better? Make sure to ask yourself rational questions and listen to your rational answers. It might seem that getting upset with someone when they have upset you is a rational response, but really look at the response and consider whether or not that will make the situation better or simply add more to your stress level. Choose. You can make a choice about how you are going to react in a positive manner, a choice that serves you. This choice may be different depending on the situation, but through this process, you can begin to realize that you have the power to choose your actions and reactions in the face of stress. You don't have to immediately become tense, irritable, or upset. You will also recognize that not only does holding on to tension or negative thoughts often make situations worse, but it can also have harmful effects on you. With practice, you can take control of your reactions. There isn't anything that will magically relieve our stress. Stress is everywhere, but effective stress management involves selecting a variety of ways to deal with stress and implementing them over a period of time. A specific stress management technique may be effective on one occasion, but not on another, so we need to be ready to implement new ones at any given point. The use of stress management techniques can help us grow from the stress in our lives rather than being held back by it. Choose something that works for you and understand that management of your stress may not look the same every time. If you are having difficulty managing your stress, it's okay to reach out for help. And the Counseling Center is here for support if you feel like you need that assistance. The services that we provide here at the Counseling Center are free of charge, and the center is staffed with mental health professionals that can help to support you through the difficulty that you may be experiencing. Please take a look at some of the other resources here listed and see if any of those may be helpful to you. It has been a pleasure to be here with you, and I thank you for allowing me to share this information and these resources with you. Please be well, stay safe, and be kind to yourself. Take care.